No matter like what you do in life, I think leading with love and coming together as a team always makes things better, and people can feel that. I think Uriah might agree with me on this one. I think my favorite one was when we have our hair dyed blue and we're at, what's it called? The cotillion. Yeah. We're at the cotillion and we're just waiting to go on stage, but we can't help but need to go to the bathroom. And so that, I think for me, was one of the funnest scenes.
Definitely, it's either that one or the final scene with the
yes, yeah.
The most comfortable thing to do is, you know, rip your clothes off in front of 500 people.
I think that drinking scene.
Us three. A lot of laughs.
Like blooper reel for that scene.
Yeah,
is so
that
funny.
the scene where I have to I have to get very drunk filming with these two. It was hilarious. We probably burned up so much tape because we just kept breaking it.
None of us had cell service, and we all just kind of had each other, and we had this beautiful environment. I mean, you know, there were ducks walking by every second, and we were right on the water. I think this group is such an open group of people, too, that are so willing to give and share their lives with each other, and that was a really beautiful thing, so.
How will I ever get out of this labyrinth?
What do they mean?
That's the mystery, isn't it?
Jordan actually had a beautiful moment before we shot one of the toughest scenes in the show where we all just huddled up. He gave this beautiful speech that was so touching.
It was at the moment when we were at Alaska's memorial service. It meant a lot to everybody to do this scene, I feel like, because it was a scene that brought everybody on the show together, all the different characters, it brought them together. So I think I felt a little bit of isolation and a little bit of needing to connect with everybody on the cast to kind of feel like we were all in this together. And I thought, if I'm feeling this, maybe some other members of the cast are feeling this. So I think I just wanted to kind of get everyone together, and we just had a little talk, and I just was saying how proud I was of everybody, and like I was grateful to see all the amazing work that everyone had done in the show.
We are lost in a maze, so how do you get through it?
I mean, anybody who knows Ron Cephas Jones, he's such an incredible human. And I remember expressing that to Ron. I was like, I wonder why our characters never connect. You know, he's the only African-American teacher at the school. You know, I'm a studious person, so I like his class, and I talked to Josh and Steph about that. I was like, Josh, I wonder why don't you think me and Ron have a scene together? And he's like, you know what, that's a really good point. And I think a few days later, he crafted this beautiful scene that me and Ron have together. And it's in the trailer. I think people saw the moment where I just kind of have that outburst. And it was honestly one of my favorite scenes to shoot, but it originally was not in the show.
I think Denny brings a lot of himself to the Colonel, which is so amazing, which is like where I think we all say that he's like the Colonel, is because he brought so much to the character that even reading the book, I never even expected. Like, I was like, this is like so much more of the Colonel than I could have ever imagined. So I think that it's a props to Denny for like making that character so iconic.
Thanks, man. Of course. That's why I'm so excited, because we put so much love into this project. I really cannot wait for the world to watch, and I just think it's gonna bleed on screen for sure.